I don't know where to go. just met you, but you look. Oh girl, you blow my mind.
What's going on? What's going on? We are back. Shout out to the CIA. One love to the FBI. Big Shirley. Toucan Sam in the house. Where's Toucan Sam? Four, three. So tell you good night. Now do me a favor. Put your age, the city, your gender in the chat room. Epic year. Get the likes up. Get them up, get them up, get them up. We are back, we are back, we are back, we are back. How are we doing? Shout out to the CIA. One love to the FBI. How's everybody doing today? Let's get everything going. Get the lights, because that's a little bright for that. Turn the main light down. There we go. That's what's going on. All right, so here's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody to sit back, relax. We're about to get into a hell of a show today. But before we do any of that, we got to do housekeeping. So you guys know how that goes. All I ask is you keep the likes up over 50%, the engagement over 50%. Likes, dislikes, it does not matter. It all counts the same. If not, bad things start to happen. If we don't keep the engagement up over 50%, you know what happens. The intermission song comes in and it sounds a little something like this. And if we don't want to hear that, let's keep it going. All right. So, right now, we've got a lot of things going on in the chat room. And here's the thing. I'm going to set the chat room to slow so we don't get too carried away with it, because this is going to be a hell of a show tonight. Do single mothers deserve high-value men? Do single mothers deserve high-value men? I asked that poll question on Instagram, and I asked it on YouTube, and the answers on Instagram were very Very telling. Very telling. And would have told me, oh, I'm sorry. That's right. My manners. Forgive me my manners. Forgive me my manners, guys. I'm running a little bit behind. So I'm trying to get everything moving so we can get into the show. The scent of the evening. Someone asked the scent of the evening. Well, you guys know I asked it on YouTube, and the answers on the scent of the evening is it's Terrible Teddy. Terrible Teddy. It's a incense-based fragrance from Penhaligon's. Okay? Terrible Teddy. Hold on. Let's turn the fan on up in here. Let's turn the fan on. Let's light the candle. The candle of the evening. Palo Santo. Fragrance of the evening. Terrible Teddy. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. How's everybody been doing today? Hope you've had a good Wednesday. As you guys know, I'm on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. For good reason. Too much work to do, too much stuff to be done. Where's my new assistant? Where is my new assistant? I don't know. Let's see where my new assistant is. That's my new assistant. Yeah, I remember Qbert. That's my new assistant from like over around, somewhere over in Europe, somewhere around Europe. Y'all remember Qbert? What I used to love about Qbert. See, that's how he used to jump around, ding, 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 ding. And if you remember Qbert was known for being really furry, having this huge like weave, and this big ass nose, jumping around. Hey, Qbert. So when Janice isn't here, this is her backup assistant. Thank you, Qbert. You've gone back in the back somewhere. Now make sure you switch them weaves out, Qbert. I'm saying some people like weave. I don't have a problem with it. Hey man, don't get an attitude with me. Go get Janice. Janice, will you come get Qbert, please? I'm serious, Janice. Janice, will you come get Qbert?
Kevin, I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching from the clouds for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
These assistants are driving me up a woo. But when you're popular, people like you. So I can't get mad at them. You just kind of ride the wave. Qbert looking for a high value owner. So if one of y'all are in the market for a Qbert, passport ready. They can be over there with you. Qbert for the low price. I decided you want to man. I know, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all need to stop all this foolishness. Let's put that. So, the question remains, do single mothers deserve high value men? And this question came up because let's be honest, what's been dominating the consciousness for the last month? The high value discussion, the high value discussion, the high value this, the high value that. And sadly, when I have seen so many women, Qbert, if you don't get your ass back in, go ahead and put you right there. Qbert, I don't understand what's going on with you, but I need you to get out the way. I swear to God. All right, get away. Petty Riley. Yeah. All right, so seriously, do single mothers deserve high value men? Look, I leave this to the public. And from what I have seen from the high value men that I know, meaning men who are earning six figures or more for over 3 to 5 years, men who are working at LinkedIn level, men who have visibility, they have a network of high value men, they're useful to others, and then the group and other high value men recognize them as a peer. Men like that, just at the basis, men like that are not just born, they're made. And these guys tend to want to build their own families. They tend not to want ready-made families. Now, I know that there's some people that are always talking about, well, you can't say not all. Look, if it's less than a 5% chance, does it really matter? You know, I've heard some of the most ridiculous comments that there are millions of six-figure earners and that what about God? I mean, the most inconsequential, insignificant possible test case. It's like, you know, do we really, really care? Do we really care if this person has what this person is thinking? Let me tell you something. If you type in all caps, people come in and type in all caps, time them out. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. Moderators, if people come in typing in all caps, the entire string is in all caps, time them out. All right? If you want attention like that, you can pay for it in Super Chat like everybody else. I don't like when you guys come over here just doing that because you're trying to skip ahead of the line. High value men with knowing what they want. I think it's crazy that so many women get upset, thinking, acting, damn near demanding like their children are no big deal. It's no big deal. No big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to examine this tonight. We're going to examine this, and we're also going to have a little conversation with those men. Okay? Excuse me. We're also going to have a little conversation with those men. What just happened? All right. Are we back on? We're also going to have a little conversation with those men. If you are a man that falls in that category, I want to hear from you. I mean, I want to hear from you in the chat room. But if you're a woman with a child and you feel like, you know, I'm wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about, you know, let's get into it. Because more than anything else, the issue is many women today seem not to really care about the facts, the data. It seems to be a lot about opinions. A lot about opinions. So we have 7,300 people in here, guys. We should have over 3,500 likes. We should have almost 3,700 likes. So I'm going to give it a few seconds. We need to get the likes up. If we don't get the likes up, we're going to go to intermission. All right. So let's talk about something. Do single mothers deserve a high value man? And the question I ask to women who fall in this category, Jesus, what is that? Question I ask to women in this category is, ladies, you're not really so much as looking for a high value man. What you need to realize is, in effect, you're looking for a stepfather. High value man is what single women get. If you have a child, you are looking for a stepfather. And you ladies need to understand that is how men are looking at this, because that's what they would have to be for you, a stepfather. They're not going to be getting a young woman in her prime. They're going to be getting a woman who, she may still be a great person, you know. Obviously, there are lots of women who are great people, but let's make no mistakes. Make no mistake. She has already experienced childbirth with another man. That is a big deal. So you're not looking for a husband as much as you're looking for a stepfather. Why do I say it like this? Because it helps to change the paradigm to where women can start to understand what men are looking at, how men are looking at it. Because many women who are looking for high value men who are single mothers tend to be college educated, professional, career earning. They're doing just fine. They're taking care of themselves, taking care of their child. So they're looking at it like, what's no big deal? What's the problem? I can take care of my child, my son, my daughter, just fine. It's not the point, ladies. It's not the point. Because if one of the first things a man is thinking is, well, why couldn't you make it work with the child's father? That question is going to come up, and you're going to have an answer for it. Okay? That's number one. Number two, how is your child an asset to another man? How is your child an asset to another man? I don't mean, because see, you love your child. That's fine. But this comes down to net. How is your child an asset to another man? And you're going to have to learn how to articulate how your child or your children will be an asset to your prospective husband. You're going to get a job, and you got to interview, and you got to say, yes, I have children, but this is how they're going to benefit you as their stepfather. See, modern women have been coming at this thing from, we're a package deal. You don't get me without getting us all. That ain't working, ladies. That ain't working, and men don't care. They're not looking at it like this. Not looking at it like this at all. All right, we need to get the likes up. We need to get the likes up. And here's something else. So that's two things. How have you raised your child or children to be an asset to their stepfather? These are questions you're going to have to be able to answer in short order before they meet your children. And see, these questions are going to be difficult because many women are thinking of it as a man needs to prove something to you, and your children need to meet him later. He's looking at it as like, you're vetting me to be the stepfather. And get on. So next thing. I've asked this question before, and I'll ask it again. Ladies, would you be willing to give up custody of your children to their father and start a whole new family with your high value man? That tends to trigger a lot of women. But again, they do have a father. And like it or not, in the animal kingdom, that's what tends to happen. The new male comes in and starts his own line. He doesn't take over an existing line. More on that later. Can you survive the interview process, ladies? Can you survive this interview process with a truly high value man? Will you be able to sit and answer these questions without getting triggered? Will you be prepared for the questions as they come? Can Blake Henry, Mr. High Value, Blake Henry, can he talk to your exes? Can he speak with your ex-husbands, your ex-baby daddy, your ex-boyfriend, whatever? Can he speak to them? Will you set up the conversation where he can speak to them and then he gets to ask them about you just like a former employer? Hey, I'm doing a background check on Kim. Yeah, she said she worked there for 5 years and we'd like to know what kind of employee was she? Can he talk to your ex? Because the potential stepfather is going to want to know why the man who made the child in you couldn't work and you're looking for a replacement for him. He's going to want to know how you treated the biological father, because you're going to have to treat the stepfather magnitudes better because he's got no biological stake in this game. See, and I think a lot of ladies aren't thinking about this. And then when it's all said and done, let's say you're not a PhD. Let's say you are just incredible. You're the best thing since sliced bread. You're the top candidate out there. You're the best woman out there. I mean, you're a good woman. You're still out there competing with every other woman out there in your looks category, your socioeconomic status. You're not the only woman looking for a man like him. Why should he pick you for marriage when your baby daddy didn't do the same? Right? Why should he pick you when your baby daddy didn't do the same? So I know these questions tend to sound a little harsh, a little hard, but the reality is, ladies, whether men are openly telling you this or not, this is how men honestly think, especially the higher up they go the socioeconomic ladder. The more they have the risk, the more they have to lose, the more questions the guys are going to ask. Okay? So give me a second. I'm good. I'm checking my other computer down here. I hate it when it's like this. Let me see what's going on in the chat room. See what's going on in the chat room. All right, so 8,500 people, 42 likes. As I'm getting into this, I want to make an announcement. I want to make an announcement because many people, especially many women who tend to come over here, they tend to say, who is this guy? Why is he asking these questions? Who is he? He's been divorced twice. Why is he qualified to do this? Why is he qualified to do that? Why are y'all listening to him? And I've already said, especially to my critics, put it on the wood. I'll put my results against your results any day. I'll put my results against your results any day and twice on Sundays. What kind of results are you talking about? I'll talk about my Facebook group I put together where it's free to enter. It was free to enter. And over the course of 6 months, 7 black couples got together in this group of black men and black women. Quality men, beautiful women, CIA men, FBI women, 7 couples. 2 were engaged. You saw Attorney Dennis Spurling make his testimonial announcement about a week or so ago. Okay, and you saw Brother Hatchett about a month or 2 before that. Here's something I want you to pay attention to. So Janice, bring it up. Janice,
Kevin,
bring up the screen.
I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been watching
bring up the screen
for a long time. You're a very good-looking man, definitely high value.
Oh, thank you, but bring up the screen, Janice. She didn't bring it up. Doggone computer. Well, if you want something done, sometimes you just got to do it yourself. Sometimes you got to just do it yourself. What is that? What is that? What is that? What, ladies, what does that look like? Looks like a wedding ring. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. All right. Well, let's get on over here. Let's see what this is. What is that? Oh, well, let's do it this way. I said yes to an amazing man on New Year's Eve. He planned a romantic trip to us. He planned a romantic trip for us to Aruba to ring in the new year, but I didn't know, but it was going to be my proposal. Everything was so thoughtful. He booked us an exquisite, private catamaran sunset boat cruise in which he brought us to a private area on the beach where he got down on one knee and popped the question. Thank you to Kevin Samuels for all your work. So to all my detractors, you shit talkers, you kitten boot heel warriors, you all this other shit, don't say nothing to me. Put it on the wood. Where are the people saying thank you for the work you're doing? Because I'm not going to show you the rest of it. I'm not going to show you the rest of it, but I will tell you this. Somebody else from the mix. Sister found her man. And I found out about it today. Everybody in the group is like, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I'm busy doing other stuff, but I'm sorry. I'm not hearing anything from you women who got all this shit to say. I'm not hearing anything from all you. He don't know what he's talking about. She didn't say he proposed in Atlantic City. He didn't propose at the casino. This brother proposed in Aruba. I gotta show a little bit of that. Bam! Oh, what was that? Was that a black man and a black woman on the beach? Did she say thank you, Mr. Samuels, for all your work? You didn't have to buy no book. No, nothing. No course. You have to come sit down and listen to me tell you how it's possible. All you had to do was be around men who know what they're talking about and let it take its course. So y'all keep on following these people telling you to buy my book, buy my course, buy my this, buy my that, who aren't showing you a mother freaking result. When asked by many people, show us the couples, they'll go to somebody else's YouTube channel. They'll tell you about, hey, well, the numbers of marriages of it. They cannot show you that somebody says thank you to you for what you're doing, and as a result, I'm getting married. So stop worrying about how many times I've been divorced or what my relationship is. Worry about your broken self. It's 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, the question is, if I can get those kind of results, and I'm not a matchmaker, and I'm not a dating coach per se, I'm not, people been doing this 5, 10 years, they got nothing to show. I suggest you leave me alone before I start pulling the big guns out. Because at the war of words, women, y'all are better at the war of words, but show your work. But thing is, ladies who finally realize that I'm not here to hurt you, the reason these female older women detractors can't show their work because they got no work. Men don't believe them. Men don't follow them. Men don't trust them. It's a bunch of eternal sevens and a bunch of other women who missed their shot, and they're all in there together telling each other the same thing. Yeah, girl, it don't matter. You're a single mother and you've never dated a man earning more than $40,000 a year, but now that you're 40, just because you make more money now, you can go get one. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ladies, you don't deserve a high value man. You get in this life what you negotiate. And you get the best deal you can make. And I'm sorry. I need to know from women who have children, from single mothers, baby mamas. I need to know from you ladies why you don't understand or why you don't feel your child has lowered your sexual marketplace value. Why don't you guys seem to understand this? That woman on the beach didn't have a baby. You didn't see no kids in that picture. So to you young ladies, 26 and under, Friday I'm going to talk about why are so many young women so angry. I believe I know why so many young women, young black women in particular. I'm seeing so many young black women with little to no real world relationship history that are angry, rabid, damn near feminists. And the thing is, what I'm starting to see is angry young women around angry older women. But what's the solution after you call men everything but a child of God? What's next? Dating out? Where's Waldo? It ain't working. All right. So as we get into it, well, she said, this is sad. What's sad? I want to get into the poll. That I took on YouTube before we open the call line, because I think a lot of women get upset at the reality, at the truth. You know, and one of the things is it's like, well, everybody makes a mistake. True. I was young and dumb. Fine. But ladies, it matters. There's a cost. You can't undo it like you wish you could. So let's leave it to what the men are saying. Let's look at it together. Gentlemen, do single mothers deserve high value men? 80-20 rule in effect right there. 80% said no. 20% said yes. Out of 12,000 votes. And of the ladies, of the 7,900 votes, 73% said no. 27 said yes. Again, the vast 4 out of 5 men said single mothers don't deserve a high value man. And almost over 7 out of 10 women said the same thing. Okay? But always not wanting just to have, and of course this is not, scientific. Not scientific at all. I went over to Instagram, as I tend to do the same thing. Do single mothers deserve high value men? 8,461 views, 677 comments. Okay. Let's go through some of these. Here's what a guy said. Why not? She could be a military widow. She could be divorced. She could be a wonderful human being. This is the worst question ever. Men like this are called wimps. They're not your friend. These are the guys that would have you believing a 5% chance matters. See, this is what you've been hearing for the longest. Well, she could be this, she could be that. Single mothers, baby mamas, implication, unmarried. I didn't say a widow. See, notice what these guys are your enemies, ladies. They come in trying to tell you what you want to hear to Dirty Mac on the side. The worst question ever. Sorry, it's a realistic question. I'm not even gonna get into all the answers, but ladies, these guys like this are not your friend. They've got nothing for you other than more lies and delusion. This woman says, were some of your mothers single moms? The answer is yes. And they didn't get high value men. Yes. And they did not get high value men. They got regular guys. If they were lucky enough to get a guy. Thank you. When my mother finally got married, she got a regular guy. Not a high value man. Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. You have a child out of wedlock, you lower your value. Are y'all serious? I'm going to go into this one. This woman actually came through and asked if people were serious, as if the question in itself was unfair. Look at this. Are y'all serious? And the answer is yes. Serious as hell. Baffles me. Poor decisions make poor consequences. God says, makes me wonder if you were raised by a single mother that was for the streets. And this one comes on. These are not the type of men you want anyway, sis. Let them. See, instead of just answering the question, you go to ad hominems, attacking the man. How, ladies, objectively, how does that help you get any further? These aren't the kind of men you want anyway. Three engagements in under 6 months. So I beg to differ, miss. My crown, my glory. Some more of that grandiose, self-aggrandizing bull crap. 3 women would beg to differ that these are the kind of men you want to be around. These are the kind of men that get in relationships and propose. Understand, 3 engagements in under 6 months. Engagements to multi-million-dollar attorneys and going to Aruba. What the French toast are you talking about? Go to Instagram to see the rest of it. But ladies, I really want you to understand something. That people who tell you what you want to hear, that go against facts, data, statistics, your observable lived reality, are not helping you. When did being average, getting an average man become so bad? Especially, I forgot to ask one question. Do baby mamas, single mothers deserve high value men? First question, was the father of your child a high value man? If he was not, then there you go. You want a high value man to raise a low value man's child? Is that what we're talking about? We're going to get the call line open. Because I need you folks to understand something, that no matter if you like my approach, don't like my approach, I get results. And if you want somebody to tickle your ears, then go over there. But I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing the way I'm doing, because it works. And if you don't like it, show me somebody who's getting better results, better outcomes. I'll wait. People starting to hear, you know what? Oh, and the part of the reason that woman was engaged is because when she first listened to me, it hurt a little bit, but then those words germinated in her spirit, and brought forth a fruit that's an engagement in Aruba. Man, I don't get up out of here. So let's get into it. I want to hear from the women who really think I'm off base. And the thing is, I don't want to think I have no idea what I'm talking about. The women who have an issue, the detractors, the people are like, yeah, I really want to understand why you believe you should get a high value man, or why you believe women should still deserve to get high value men after they've had a child with a man who is not high value. I want to hear this one. I really want to hear this one. How do you deserve to get a child with a man who's high value? How do you deserve to get a man who's high value when you have a child by a man who's not high value? Makes no sense to me, but I'm willing to listen. I could be persuaded. Because and some more announcements on this other silliness coming up.
What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to the knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick. This song right here is for all the fellas out there taking care of business and making that money to provide for their ladies, provide for their family. And to all the ladies out there, the fellas gonna need a little bit more than a big piece of chicken. If you got a good man and you want for nothing, and you wanna keep that man, you need to learn how to check that attitude. You need to show some appreciation. You need to show some respect. Girl, you need to bow down. All my fellas, tell your ladies. Bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Kiss the ring, bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security, I give that. Devotion and honesty, I show that. Passion and love, you feel that? Bow down, girl, you need to show some respect. Obedience and loyalty, I need that. Friendship and trust, I've earned that. Gratitude, appreciation, I deserve that. Bow down, pay homage to the king in your life. Baby girl, what's the deal? Got no time for freaking girl, you're acting mad. Never want for nothing cause I'm paying the bill. Sleeping all day, the house is filthy. No meal. Come on, girl, give me some feedback. Let me know what's good, what's up. Where's your head at? Giving me attitude, not today, girl. Dead that. Strip off them clothes, I'm tryna beat that. Bed that. You're really saying not tonight? Not tonight. My blood is boiling hot, girl. You're getting me tight. Aw, man. To the right. Don't let that door hit your ass when you leave. You talking like you hot, you not. Shorty, I know dime pieces, trust me, you not. I can get a next chick, next one. Like Gucci said, in the next 15 minutes. You ain't special, don't be foolish. Running around town like you rich, no, I'm rich. Without me, you wouldn't even have that. I'm Scrooge McDuck swimming in money. Hold my top hat. Park Avenue lifestyle, you love it. You're acting out of order and now you're gonna lose it. You claim that you're in love with me, in love with me. You wanna be my wifey, be my wifey. That's looking pretty bleak, unlikely. You should've paid homage, girl, you fucked up. Can't do it, no more, I'm done. I'm fed up, game over, clock ran out. Girl, your time's up, get your things, have a nice life. Keep
I'm a
your head
PhD.
up like Shaq and Kobe was a good team. But now we broke up, should've bowed to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Kiss the ring, bow to me, kneel for me, kneel for me. Pay homage to the king in your life. Wisdom and security, I give that. Devotion and honesty, I show that. Passion and love, you feel that? Bow down, girl, you need to show some respect. Obedience and loyalty, I need that. Friendship and trust, I've earned that. Gratitude, appreciation, I deserve that. Bow down, pay homage to the king in your life. Come on, girl, you know you love it. Stop tripping in front and no shame to do it. All I do for you, bow down, kiss that. Pucker up,
Come on, Miss
girl, you
Feminine.
need to show some
Maybe.
respect. Come on, girl, you know you love it. Stop tripping in front and no shame to do it. All I do for you, girl, you know you better kiss that. Bow down, pay homage to the king in your life. Come on, you know you love it. Come on, you know you love it. What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to them knees and show gratitude. Come on, you know you love it.
All right, so here we go. You know what? Stay tuned after the broadcast for the debut of a new video. You're gonna love this one. New video after the broadcast. It is going to premiere after the broadcast. Premiere after the broadcast. So let's get it. Hey, Qbert. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Here's how this goes. You be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. You be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Don't try to overtalk me. I really want to hear what's coming from you ladies who think that children should not affect your outcomes. Make sure your background noise is clear. Make sure you don't have a lot of noise going on. No kids. No nothing. I'm not doing any ratings tonight, so don't ask. We're on task. Okay. Who is this? Your name is iPhone. Unmute yourself. Hello. Hi. What? Hi. What's your first name? What do you got for me?
So I'm 21 years old.
You got any kids?
Yes, I have 2 kids and I'm married.
Okay.
But my thing is, me and my husband, we're very young. He's 22 years old, and he makes really good money. He's an iron worker, so he brings in about like $150 a year. So that's really good money for me. And I'm in nursing school. I know how you feel about nurses.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's becoming kind of hard for me to keep faith in a marriage and staying with him because we're going through a lot of things. And my mother's telling me, I don't want to be a single mom. She don't want me to be a single mom, and she wants me to keep God first. But it's becoming really hard because he's a young guy, and it's just it's really stressful, and I don't really know.
Are you in therapy? Hold on. Where's your father? Where's your father?
My father, my mother and father are not together, but
let me cut to the chase. You're 21.
Yes, sir.
With 2 kids.
Yes, sir.
You ain't got nothing waiting for you out here. 0.
Yes, sir.
0. You can come out here with 2 kids if you want to. You're gonna have a bunch of the chances of you finding a man that's better than the one you got. Next to none. I know I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you that. You got 2 kids
Yes,
and
sir.
a husband. Work through the hard times because honestly, it's not about you. It's about what's crying in the back seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all need to grow up. Y'all grow up together. Y'all gotta grow up together. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna look like a whole snack out here with 2 kids. That's a late night booty call.
Yes,
Don't leave that. All right, but normally I don't speak on marriages like that, but you're young. Stay in your marriage.
Yes.
All the best, young lady. No, man. No be coming out here, boy. Ain't nothing out here. Ain't nothing out here but hard pea and Cheerios. And the Cheerios sold out. All right, so you guys gonna have to get on the camera. If you're not willing to get on camera. 2, if you want to talk to me, you have a disagreement, raise your hand. Oh, let me speak about that too. Guys, people keep talking about lawsuits and stuff like that. Do I look worried? This is the United States of America. I can sue you because the weather changed. But if you've ever been to court before, the law doesn't care about your feelings or my feelings. So knock yourself out. Bow to me, kneel for me. Okay. Faith, you have a disagreement, you go first. And then after that, Miss Shavonda. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, your first name is Faith?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'll be 30 next month.
Okay, what do you got for me?
Well, I'm a single mom, and I think that it's okay with wanting a high value man. Like, I think
You
it's
didn't.
okay.
You said you think it's what?
It's okay for me to. I'm about to start dating again, and I think that that's what I would like to date, and I think it's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Were you married?
Yeah,
How long?
4 years.
Okay. And was your husband a high value man?
He was working his way up to one, but no.
Okay. What does that mean?
He was starting businesses. He was a military man, and
Okay.
he was, getting off his feet. So,
All right. How many children do you have?
2.
All right. So to the market, what you're basically saying is, hey, the man I married and had 2 children was not high value. But now I'm coming to the market, divorced, older, with 2 children, wanting a man who was financially better than the one I had 2 kids for.
Yeah. I know it sounds bad, but at the same time,
It sounds exactly like what it is. I don't fault you for wanting what you want, but the question always comes back, Faith, why should a high value man pick you versus picking why should a high value man pick you versus picking a woman he can make his own children with?
that's true. I agree. Because when I had kids, I didn't want a man with kids also. So I agree. However, I'm just saying, I think that I think that I could get a high value man possibly just because I have kids. It's not going to make it like, oh my gosh, she has kids. And I was going to
Really?
ask you a question.
Hold on. What city or what state are you in?
Alabama.
Oh, one of the poorest states in the union. And you just think you can get a high value man. Do you know any high value men?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you a question. This guy, he's talking to me. He's a high value man. And I was just trying to figure out, like, does he really like me, or is he just like probably wanting a booty call because he's high value? But
probably number 2. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Probably number 2.
He has no kids, and I'm just trying to figure out, like,
he has children.
No, he doesn't have any children.
Right, ma'am. I mean, all right. So let's fast.
Like,
Hold on.
listen.
Do you have a son or a daughter? Do you have a son?
I have 2 boys, a 1 and a 2-year-old.
Okay, so let's fast forward 35 years, and your oldest son is an accomplished attorney making $400,000 a year, and you've had to work with your ex to put your son through, University of Alabama, through Harvard, through junior law, all that stuff, and he comes home and says, "Mama, I'm getting married to a woman, a woman with 2 kids." You're going to say, "All right, son, I worked all my life for you to go do that."
I wouldn't be happy at first. However, if she was...
No, see, now stop right there. Stop right there. Why wouldn't you be happy at first?
Because I'll be like, you can start your own family. However, if that's what you want,
let's not go down to however. Let's keep on that path. You can start your own family because
that'd be the right thing to do. That's what I...
Not the right thing, the better thing, because you didn't raise your son and go through all that for him to take over some other person's bills.
Yeah, that's true.
Welcome to you.
All right.
I'm sorry, man, but that's the truth. Are your children an asset?
I see what you're saying, but it's
but you still keep the but. Are your children, listen, are your children an asset to another man?
They can be.
I didn't ask if they can. How can they be?
Some guys just want to be stepdaddy.
No. Tell me how they can be an asset.
Can't tell you nothing right now. Can't think of anything. So you got me. You're right.
if bottom line, man, you married a military guy. Why are y'all divorcing?
He was cheating, and we can't work it out because he's a narcissist. So
okay,
it's
hold on. Narcissist has he had a clinical designation of narcissist? Or are you just saying that?
Clinical medication. Something's going on.
Narcissists lack empathy. Okay, so a narcissist is narcissist. He's been around children, so he has no. Okay, all right. I'm gonna say this, ma'am. This whole high value thing has a lot of you ladies in a bad position. Ma'am, you're in Alabama. You're divorced with 2 kids, and you want one. Do you care if he's black? The man is black.
I would prefer him to be black. Yes.
And that means you want 8% of black men. 8%. 8% of black men earn over $100,000, and they don't really tend to live in Alabama. That's 8%, regardless as to the age. 8%, regardless as to their current marital status. 8%, regardless as to sexual orientation. And you didn't make babies with an 8% man. You made babies with a guy in the middle. Please explain to me why you want a guy who's so high up now. That's what I really want to understand.
I feel there's nothing wrong with wanting a stepdaddy with high value. Like, it's okay for me wanting my kids to go to private school. Like,
really?
If that makes, I think.
Tell me why. Tell me why it's okay.
Because if I find a guy and he's high value and he's okay with, I just don't see how it's like, oh, she got kids. I understand it is like more options out there, but just like, it's possible.
Really? So you don't see any problem, you don't see any issue with wanting your kids to go to private school that you cannot afford to pay for and your husband can't afford to pay for?
No, like, if that's what I'm gonna
tell you this. That's one of the issues in our community, that a woman like yourself could honestly come up and say, I don't see any problem getting somebody who had nothing to do with this to pay for the bill. That's that welfare state mentality.
No,
that's
it's
that.
not.
Listen. I'm not insulting you, man, but listen. You can't afford it. Your husband can't afford it. That means you don't get it. The only way you could get your kids in private school is to find somebody else who's willing to put your kids in private school. You want your kids in private school? Get a nanny, get a tutor, work with them to get them a scholarship. That's what you're supposed to do. Go get a second job. Go. Don't go get your hair done.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom,
okay. Ma'am, in this life, we get what we work, what we earn and worth. You want somebody else to pay your bills. That is unfair. It is selfish.
How?
Because you don't have the money. And
you
can't afford to put your kids.
Oh, Jesus. Comes from money.
Okay, let me go ahead and grab this mute button. Because you said if somebody wants to come along and put your kids in private school, but you can't afford to put your kids in private school.
That's what you said. I didn't say that I can't afford.
But you said if somebody wants to come along and put your kids in private school, by implication, meaning they're going to be paying for it, not you. I'm not trying to play semantics.
That's true. Games. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is
exactly.
They'll be paying for it if they're my husband.
No, they're not your husband. They'll be your step.
If they were.
All right. So in other words, guys, pay attention. These are the women you need to pay attention to. These are the women that really don't care about you. Because you said it, ma'am, if it were your sons, you would want him to go start his own family. But you're
I don't like how you.
But I don't care, ma'am. The way the words came out, the way you said, if they were your sons, you would want them to start their own families.
Yes.
But for you,
but I also said if they do want to be stepdaddy, they can be. So
that's not the point.
Cool.
I didn't ask. No, again.
Sure.
Again, pay attention to what's going on here. It's because of her. It's not because it's what's right.
No,
It's
you
not
ain't about
because
to
of
do me
what's
like
right or
this.
what's best.
No, because you're trying to flip it.
I'm not flipping shit. I'm saying exactly what you're saying. It's not because of what's right or what's best. It's because of it's you. That's what it is. It's because of it's her. Think about what she's saying. I would want my sons to get the best possible, but I want you to pay for it. And that's fine, but what is he going to get for that? Me? And this is the mentality that guys are listening to, ladies, and saying, do y'all give a damn about it? Talk about narcissist? Did that woman sound like she cared about a man? Let's get to the next one. Naomi?
Yes.
Hi. Naomi?
Hello. Hi.
What you got for me?
So I'm 43
Okay.
and I'm a single mom and
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 kids, but 2 are grown and 1 is 13.
Mm-hmm.
So would I be entitled to a high value man? And I make 6 figures.
Were you married to their fathers?
Yes.
Okay, but you're divorced now?
Yes.
How long you guys been divorced?
My second marriage, I was divorced in 2012.
So 8 years.
Yeah.
So you're so let's just look at the numbers. You're 43
Mm-hmm.
with 2 children out of the household and a
Yes.
13-year-old.
Yes.
What um what product on the market tends to gain value as it ages and gets more wear?
Wine.
No, I said gets more wear. Wine doesn't get wear. It ages, but it's not used.
Uh, hmm.
Come on, 6 figures.
Hello, I'm thinking.
But the fact that you're having to think so long means that that's not the way it normally works. If something gets older, it tends to lose value, especially with use.
So does that mean
Let's
that,
just stick on this logic.
okay.
So if you so your income is not what attracts men. It's your beauty, your youth, your fertility, access to womb, those kind of things.
I don't want a young man though. I want to.
Ma'am, that does not. Okay. All
If
right.
it's somebody like my
Okay.
age, around
All
my
right.
age. Okay,
All
I'm
right.
just
All right.
saying.
All right. But again, let's take that path.
Okay.
How tall are you?
5'7",
Dress size.
14. Yeah. 12, 14. Yeah.
Okay. And how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
One.
Come on. I'm an image consultant. Give me no, not at 5'7". Keep it going.
About 170.
No, ma'am. not
What?
5'7", at dress size 12, 14. Come on, ma'am.
Yeah.
What's the most you've ever weighed?
170. The most I've ever weighed was like 175.
All right, let's just give it to you. It's not even worth the hill dying on. How often a week do you work out?
2 to 3.
When's the last time you dress size 4, 6?
In my 20s.
All right, so a man in your age range earning 6 figures, believe it or not, he has access to women like yourself, women a little bit older, and women much younger.
Okay.
Women, and the thing is, most women want me. Then do you care if he's black or not?
Yeah.
You prefer him to be black?
Yes.
That means he's in that top 8% of black men. What state do you live in?
Alabama.
There you go. So there are not even that many there, ma'am. So if you have a man that's 50 in Alabama earning six figures, he has all of Alabama looking for him. The previous caller was 30 with two kids, and you saw her photo. If that was accurate, that was an attractive woman. She's got one less kid than you.
But they're grown. The two are grown.
It doesn't toast matter. See, you ladies, all that's okay. I told you what men value, and you ladies tend to always say, yeah, but what it shows is you really are not in tune with it. Shows that modern women have really become detached from what men want and who we are. I don't care if your kids are grown. When a man who's earning the kind of money you talk about looks at you, looks at a woman, he's looking at a woman's attractiveness first. Other things come into play later on. But what if he wants to have children?
Can't happen. Not with me.
Exactly. Exactly. And 51% of black men have no children. Higher earning men tend to wait to have children. You can't have children. So I get that you may want them, but what does he want? That's what you ladies need to ask yourself. What do the kind of men that you want in a woman? Tell me tell me before you ask me a question, tell me what they want in a woman.
I'm thinking partnership, a helpmate, loyalty, trust, love. Am I wrong?
What I'm saying is at 43 years old, you don't know. You're grasping at straws. You're waiting for me to tell you stop or fill something in. I'm asking you definitively. You're going on the market to try to buy one, to be bought one by one of these things. What do they want? And you've just shown that you really don't know. That's okay. But that means to the market that you're really not curious about what we want. You're just trying to get us to buy what you have to sell.
No, I really want to know what men
Well,
want.
I said it earlier. Men value a woman's beauty, her fitness, her cooperation, her fertility, and her womb. You've already been married twice, and you've had 3 kids.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you've already won. You've had all your tickets. The game is over. You don't get any high value anything. What really would make practical sense is I just want somebody to spend the rest of my life with, an average person. Because, ma'am, your dress size 12, 14, you know how the next questions, where would you rank yourself? And you're in Alabama, you're not moving, you got a 13-year-old. Your standard is far too high for many reasons, including geography. And that's what triggers so many women when I said average at best and die alone. And hold on, because this is coming. Hold on. You haven't had a man in 8 years. It's not because men don't exist.
It's not that I haven't had a man in 8 years, just
a relationship in 8 years. That's what I mean.
Well, I've had a relationship, but I mean, I really want to know, are you saying, like, as opposed to me wanting someone like a high dollar, I guess, a high value man, I should want like an average, what, $50,000-$60,000
That's what
man.
I mean, okay, take your money away and what would you be? Real talk, take your money away, what would you be?
I would be, I don't know. That's
Right there in the middle. Average, normal.
okay.
Okay.
But how
Well,
can you think,
listen. We attract what we are. And what I'm trying to get you ladies to understand is many of you are basing your dating sexual marketplace value on
yeah.
your education and your income. And that is not what men pick women on. We pick you on what on the things I mentioned. So
Mm,
it's like we want dollars and you got euros. There's a conversion.
right.
If you
Okay.
let me ask you another question.
Yes.
If you worked at Walmart, would you be wanting the same kind of man you want now?
Mm, I don't know because
Come
I
on,
think
Ma.
I would
Come
be in,
on, Ma. Come on, Ma.
no, I think I would
See,
be in a different mind frame as opposed to what I
but
am
no,
now.
but you would still, but see, what you may be in a different mind frame, but you'd still be in the same body, the same sexual market category for men. And that's what so many women seem to have a problem with. It's like, well, damn, I be in a different mind frame. Why? Because I be making different money. I'm different this, man.
Right.
And the thing is, I'm not trying to be rude, man, but so what you make six figures? That's not what men pick women on. How many times do you women have to see a multimillionaire marry a Hooters girl before y'all finally freaking get it through your head?
That's hard. I don't know.
Well, how about this? Then give me okay. Well, how about the other thing? If it's hard to get through your head. Then do this. You're not giving them what they want. They don't want women who weigh more than them. Do you know I'm going there with the fitness, man? But you know you are not as fit as you can get,
True.
and you know that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And you're almost my age, and I know you've heard this, but yet you have not brought that to the marketplace. So I'm sorry if you can't demand the highest price. You ain't even done what you can do to up your rate.
So let me ask you a question. If I
Okay,
were
I got to get on
to,
to the next person.
okay,
Go
okay.
ahead, finish it out.
Well, if I were to say I were to like lose this weight, lose, like 20, 30 pounds or
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that I am at the status that I am right now with a 13-year-old child,
Mm-hmm.
where would that, what market would that put me in?
Same place you are. Because your mentality, because, man, you lose the weight, you're still 43 with a 13-year-old.
Yes.
Man,
So should I just be single? Would that be
well,
better?
if you don't mind dying alone, sure. If you
Mm.
if a man's money is this important, then you know what? I got something else. You can always go buy a dog and die alone. And that's sad that you guys have reduced men to money so much to where you'd rather buy a dog and die alone, other than just getting in your lane, your assortative lane, and recognize that you don't want to raise the price on your sexual marketplace value. The market didn't. You've
Right.
gotten to the point to, even with this last thing, if I did this, I did that. That means it needed to be done to get a higher price. It's not already done. And if you did do it, you wouldn't be doing it for the right reasons. You'd be doing it to raise your price on the market. And then when you got what you want, chances are very high that you go right back to being what you were to begin with. That's a bad deal for men, and men know this.
Yeah.
That's why
Okay.
men pick women who are already fit and doing these things, because they don't want them to just be doing it to get them.
Okay. Got it.
So what are you going to do?
Um, well, I'm definitely on a lifestyle fitness type journey. And I'm just doing that for myself. But I guess I can open up my horizon to
See, one
not
thing,
just,
let me go ahead and do this. See, and the thing is, that's good. But, but, but you got to realize, opening up your horizons, you're not doing men a favor. and this is what tends to happen. The mindset needs to be different. That you would be good to find somebody who's just all right with a twice divorced woman with 3 kids, whether 2 are out of the house or not.
Right.
That's why I said, man, 1 out of 4 black women were married. If you can find one that's walking and has his faculties, I mean, especially in Alabama, man. I'm sorry, but I don't know what y'all are thinking. I mean, I'm trying to not be that way, but it's like, especially with women who are professionals and earn more. I'm like, you have to have some business acumen or sense to understand numbers and facts and data and statistics. Apply that stuff that makes your money in your personal life. But it's too personal. It's too emotional for y'all. But
It
I'm
is.
just not understanding why so many of y'all just prefer to just keep this standard saying I deserve and I deserve and I deserve, and then getting mad when you get in that plot by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hard, I guess,
Yeah,
hard to hear
I
and to
get.
accept.
You know what's harder to imagine? What's harder to hear is imagine that burial plot by yourself.
I know, and I don't want to. I
All right,
don't want to.
all right, Mom. Appreciate it. All right, so do. I know y'all think I'm just mean, but dang. Um, Trina,
Hi, Kevin.
hi. How are you?
I'm great. I'm calling from Texas. I'm 39 and I have a son. He's 1. I was married for 5 years. Okay. So the reason why I'm calling is because it seems like what you're describing are men who basically are in pursuit of their trophy wife, which is fine. But I've worked with many men who makes a lot of money, but a lot of them are unhappy from what I see and from what I've been told with conversations with them. And my question to you is, are you accounting for character, a person's intellect,
Nope. Nope.
what they bring to the table? And that's important because
Nope. No.
beauty
No. No.
fades.
Listen. Hold on. I'll let you go. And that's not what I focus on, man. I also don't account. This is not a one-stop shop. I deal with what I deal with. And first off, you said your stats. And you said what it sounds like is men are looking for their trophy wife. Yes, a man's wife is his trophy. And men want to be proud of their wives.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm
Let
not
me
saying that in
finish.
a negative way.
Well, yes, but see, a trophy wife, let's not play games. A trophy wife is not a positive connotation. It's kind of it's a slight diss. As if
No, no, it's not because I
okay,
want to
well,
be
I
somebody's
don't know
trophy.
many people that say trophy wife and mean it in a positive way.
Okay, well, Kevin, I didn't mean it as an insult to a man who sees his wife as a trophy. I see that as a man putting his woman on a pedestal. So maybe I should have said that instead.
No, we don't mean putting your wife on the pedestal is a mistake. But at the end of the day, man, you made a bunch of logical jump. A lot men want their. I'm talking to men that want their trophy wife. No, men want a good deal. Number one, number two, I work around a lot of men who make money and they're not happy. That's your anecdotal experience. I'm not going to argue that. But should men who have worked to put themselves in the top 10% of men, top 5% of men, top 3%, top 1% of men, should those men be able to get what they want from a woman?
Absolutely. And I don't
All
have a
right then.
problem.
All right then.
Okay,
And
but
I'm telling you what they want. I'm telling you what these men are my clients, these men are my colleagues, and I've been around these men most of my adult life, and I'm telling you what they want.
okay. Okay. Can I let me interject? Okay, I understand that, and that's fine. I'm all for people getting what they want. Okay, if that's what they want to marry, but how many of them actually stay or remain married
I
and not
don't again
divorced?
again. Again, that is not the conversation. You're moving the goalpost. I don't do that here. Because I can go down many different lanes with that and it doesn't mean anything. We're talking about baby mamas and high value men. What do you got on that?
Okay. My thing is if that okay, for me, I feel like if that person brings something to the table, She's not asking for you to be a stepfather because, like, for me, my son has a father. I'm
I'm
looking for
sorry, ma'am. I'm
companionship.
sorry, ma'am. If you married a man, he'd be stepfather.
Okay, again,
That's
like I
what he
said,
would be. That's what he would be.
okay, again, I will have my son respect if I get remarried. I will have him respect the man that I remarried. However, my son has a father.
I
What I'm
didn't. It's not.
saying is,
Go ahead. I don't understand.
what I'm saying is, for me, I'm looking for companionship. I don't bring men around my son, first of all, because that's not how that's gonna go. But what I'm saying is, I'm looking for companionship, and I have to
Well,
find.
then, okay. Let me ask you a question, then, ma'am. Because are we
Not let
talking
me
about?
finish what I was saying, but go
Well,
ahead.
I got to get to my show because people tend to get long-winded on points that mean nothing to the show. Are we talking about you, or are we talking about women in general?
I'm talking about women in general,
Well,
and
then
I'm
you
talking
said,
about myself
well, but see, that's the thing. We're gonna talk about either women
because
or
I'm
you.
part of what you're talking about. I'm a single one.
You need to understand how this works over here. You don't talk over me. You don't get loud with me. We're gonna have the conversation the way I'm gonna have it, or I'll bid you a good day. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, go ahead and finish what you're saying, and then I'll answer.
Did you hear what I said?
What part?
The last part I said. What did you
You
last
said
hear?
we're gonna have a conversation the way I want, or I'm gonna bid you a farewell. I heard that part.
Thank you.
You're
Because
welcome.
you're all over the place, and I'm trying to understand, ma'am. This is about, do single mothers deserve high value men? Are you, and you're having a dual track conversation. So when I respond to one point, you'll spin to another. I don't do that. We stay on a track. Are we going to talk about you, or are we going to talk about women in general?
We can talk about women in general, but I am part of the general what you're talking about because I think that statistic what you're bringing out in your show.
If we're talking about women in general,
Okay.
why do you think do you believe high value men want to make their own families, or do they want to start their own?
Honestly, I understand someone who
Do you think
has
high value men want their own families, or
they
want
want their own family, and there's nothing
exactly?
wrong with that.
So
However,
if that's the case, marrying a woman with children is already a pre-made family. They wouldn't be getting what they want. See, ladies, I don't. No matter how you try to spin this, no matter how much of an emotional argument you want to make, it comes back to the same thing. If you got a child, for marriage or not, if you're not in the marriage, a high value man is still going to look and see where that child's coming from. He's going to look at the husband or the baby daddy and say, is he high value? If not, psh. Ladies, you can't be older with children and keeping your price as high as you did, higher than when you were young. There's no amount of arguing or debating that's going to change certain realities. Do. Shavonda. Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello. What's your
Hi, it's
disagreement?
Shabeta.
Shaveda, what's your disagreement?
Okay, so I just want to say that I love your show. I've been watching for a little while. I wish I'd like watched it sooner or found it sooner because it definitely has helped me in my relationship that I'm in now.
Okay.
I have it's a disagreement and an agreement. I agree with most of what you say, but when looking at whether or not single mothers deserve to
Mm-hmm.
have a high value man, I think for many of us, it's like women want to have a high earning man, but they don't really understand what it takes to have a man that's high value. And just from my experience, being married before and then
So
dating someone.
what's the disagreement? I got to get on task because
Oh,
y'all
I'm
trying to take
sorry.
the ramble.
The disagreement is that for women who are single and have children, that they do deserve someone that is high value. So I believe that that is true.
Okay,
But I
hold on,
also
hold
think
on,
that.
hold on. Let's stop right there.
Mhm.
You telling me that you believe that women with children deserve high value men?
In some cases, yes, because some of us are
Okay,
divorced.
okay. Hold on. Why do you believe they deserve somebody else's resources?
What do you mean deserve someone else's resources?
Well, the high value man he has more resources. He
Mm-hmm.
had to go out and work and acquire those.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you or women like you deserving of what men like those that's their stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you deserve it? Those aren't his kids.
Mm-hmm. I I think that my disagreement and agreement is in that when they do deserve it, but when they have certain qualities and characteristics. There are some of us, like for myself, I have one child and I'm divorced. I was married to someone who was high earning. However, I don't believe that he was high value, but he did make over six figures. And now I have someone who makes over six figures, but the difference is that he is high earning and he is high value.
Ma'am, deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Why do women deserve anything? Oh, wait, let me back up.
Are you saying
No,
that single
let
women
me back up.
deserve it
No,
more than? Okay.
listen. Do all men deserve to be high value?
No,
Do most men deserve to be high value?
if they've done the work.
No. Deserve. Deserve to be.
No.
Exactly. You have to work and make yourself high value.
Yes.
As a single mother, you don't deserve anything, much less a high value man.
So you're saying that single mothers cannot do the work or haven't done the work?
No, I didn't say no. I'm saying if you do the work, the best you can get is an opportunity, a shot, a ticket to the dance to be put in the game, and then let the market decide.
Yes.
But when you're standing on that line, when the musical chairs is going, if your value is not higher than the woman to the left and to the right of you, you're not going to get picked.
I
So,
agree.
so as a single mother, you have to do extraordinary work to overcome women who don't have children. And
I
most
agree.
and most don't even do the minimum, much less the extraordinary.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So this deserving thing is a fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, you're not deserving of anybody's money, especially when those kids aren't his. Trina, why I had muted you is because it was starting to get out of hand, and I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna scream and going back and forth. Go ahead, Shaw or Miss Wilson. Hello.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Oh damn.
Um,
Hi. How are you? What's going on? What up, dog?
so my question is,
Yeah.
does it really pertain to the concept of high earning men who want children? What about high earning men that don't want children?
I don't understand.
Okay,
High
so
earning
yeah,
men that don't want children.
well, high earning men who already have children. You're speaking a lot about like high earning men who want to start families. So what about those high earning men that don't want to have children, or high earning men that already have children?
Well. Okay. First off, the ones that don't want to have children don't want yours.
Okay.
They didn't want theirs. They ain't gonna want yours.
Okay. No, I'm talking about like they don't want children, period.
Right.
Or
If they didn't want theirs, they don't want yours. If they're gonna pay for somebody, they're gonna pay for somebody that's a junior. It looks like them. They ain't gonna pay for yours because there's no DNA in that. There's no asset in that. It's all liability, all expense. So if they didn't make their own babies, they ain't gonna take yours.
Okay, so what about the men who already have children who already?
They already got theirs. They still don't want yours. They got to provide for their kids.
But who's to say that?
You asked. So
No,
now,
no.
see, hold on,
don't.
stop. I've answered your 2 questions. I get to ask a question. Y'all don't just get to pepper me with questions.
Okay. I apologize. Go ahead.
Think about what I just said. If he doesn't want kids, he could have had children. And then that means he don't want to pay for yours. And if a man already has kids, anything he's doing for his kids, if he got to do for yours, he's taking away from his kids.
Correct. So what if he doesn't have to do for my children?
Are your kids living at home?
I have an 18-year-old who's in college.
And so are you trying to actually tell me that this child will never need anything? I'm sorry. Ma'am, let's get to reality. Okay. Whether they live at home or not, he still will be a kid. There's still going to be some resources. Maybe not as much as in-house.
True.
All right.
That's
Where's
true.
their father?
The father's in the same city.
All right. Is he a high value man?
Now he is. When we were married, he wasn't.
Okay. So again, we're back to this whole dilemma. You want a high value man older and later in life when you had a kid and babies by men who weren't.
But I look at it like,
listen. Why do you ladies feel like you should be able to raise the price on yourself when you get older?
It's not about raising the price.
Yes, it is.
How is it raising the price?
All right, let's do the simple market analysis. All right, when you were younger, what age did you get married?
I got married at 26.
26. And how old are you now?
46.
46.
Yes.
Your husband, when you were at 26 years old, was earning how much?
I don't know, maybe 60,000.
60. And your ex-husband is earning about how much now?
I mean, I'm not in his pockets now, but
you said he's earning more, so I'm assuming you said he's high value.
Business, he's doing well for himself. Yes.
Well,
but I mean,
give me a number. I'm just going on what you said.
I don't know. It's 18 years later. I'm not married to him. I'm not in his pocket.
I asked you a question. I asked about high value. You said he's on his way. So what would make you think he's on his way there? I mean, I'm not asking you for an accounting or W-2. Okay. Just give me a ballpark.
I don't know, 90,000.
90,000. So he was making maybe 60 when you married him, and 30 years later, 18 years later, he's making $30,000 more. All right. And you guys divorced how long ago?
2011.
2011. So 9 years ago. And he was he 60,000, 70,000? How much was he making when you divorced?
Around about that number, yes.
Right. So why can you expect to get a man who's earning more than a man you made babies with at 26 who was making 60,000 when you're 18 years older? The price on items that get older with use drops. It doesn't go up.
Okay, so I would think what I married when I was 26 and what I was looking for should be different at 46 now. That's 20 years later. I shouldn't be, my life has changed. My value. So
what?
What I've brought to the table.
So what? Like I asked the previous caller, name me a product on the market whose price goes up with time and use.
Okay. I'm not saying I know what goes up with time and use, but I guess.
Because nothing does.
But what I'm saying is that's just like a person's income. If you start at a job 20 years later, you shouldn't be making what you're making when you started.
But I've earned every year that I was there, and they got benefit of my labor, and I got benefit of the work experience. Absolutely. Someone meeting you has had benefit of none of your use. So you're trying to ask for the highest price, and they've got no benefit. It still works.
Okay. So are you saying that people should not date where they're compatible with one another?
You're compatible not on income. You're compatible on your overall. Listen, what do men value and what do men want in women? They're not.
We know they want the looks. We want the image. They want, all that stuff.
That's what we pick. So, yeah. That's what that's okay. And just like men date upon their resources and their ability to provide, A man
Correct.
who cannot provide and cannot have resources cannot date a supermodel.
Sure. No, I agree. I was just speaking
So,
to,
so again, back to the market.
okay.
Older, more use, and you
Hmm.
want, because you feel as though your value is increased and you're marking your value as in your socioeconomic status.
Well, no, I guess I'm looking at the people who I'm around. So my colleagues, the people I work around, my friends' husbands, my brother-in-law, my father. I mean, all of them are high earning men. So
Okay, but that's not, I'm talking about you. Okay,
yes.
ma'am, on the market, do you think in general
Hmm.
a woman's value should increase as she ages?
I think it depends on how she takes care of
No,
herself.
ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's a real simple question.
I
Should
mean,
a woman's value increase with age?
I don't feel like it decreases. I definitely feel like it
Okay.
depends.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, guess what? Good thing but again, you're not the consumer. We are. And that's completely ridiculous. That is
Okay.
completely, absolutely ridiculous. And when asked a logical, simple question, you ladies are just being delusional. You're telling me that a woman should be able to command the same or a higher price at 25, at 45 than she did at 25. In
Now, I feel
freaking
like if
sane.
the person who is doing the consuming wants like children or certain things like that, absolutely not.
Well, men who are doing the consuming, all right, then let's go there. The men who
Okay.
are doing the consuming, the high value men, they don't go pick older baby mamas. They
Okay.
pick
Well,
younger women.
a woman who's never been married. So I'm not referring to those women.
I'm okay. Doesn't matter whether you've been married or not. You at the end of the day, man, you ladies have a disagreement with reality.
Okay. And the reality you're saying is,
It's not the reality that I'm saying. The reality that you live is what? What product on the market increases in value as it ages and is used?
I don't have an answer for that.
Nothing. So a woman on the market has a value, and as she ages and with use, her goes down. I
Okay.
ask you, as a woman ages, should her value increase? Well, it depends on how she keeps herself up.
And I also,
I don't care how she keeps herself up, ma'am. 40 is different than 20.
oh, absolutely. I know that. I've been 20 and I'm 40.
So
So
why is it so hard
there-
for you guys just to use
I,
that
I
kind of logic when you
no.
look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm average and I should get an average man because I'm not the hot little thing I was at 20 something odd years old. And I can't ask what I asked for back before I had kids and before stretch marks, cellulite, and uh moles.
Okay. So no, I get the whole concept of 20 is different than 40. I get it. It's common sense. But the thing that I'm looking at is when you kept speaking about children, and I was just kind of triggering on to that point where you kept saying, okay, well, men are going to want a woman who could give them children. I just wanted to know what was your perspective of
I
maybe
didn't say
the,
they always okay, man. We've had many different conversations. You asked me about what about a man who doesn't have kids, or what about a man who doesn't want kids. Look, I'm a pretty good listener, man. Do you have children?
I do. I said I have an 18-year-old in
All
college.
right, good.
No,
And are you on the dating market?
not really.
Okay, why does this matter to you?
Oh, well, I have a lot of girlfriends, and I have like a women's group, and I'm doing like,
Okay, and are they looking for a high value men?
they are looking for a high value man.
Are
Yes.
they high value women from what men value?
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Well, then, if they're not high value men from what men value, why are they looking for high value men?
And I think that they feel like
You can
dating.
feel like whatever you want. Either
Okay,
you can feel like whatever you want.
what they've
The
explained
market
is
decides.
what they've explained to me is dating men, like maybe let's say if I have a girlfriend who makes 300,000, and let's say she's average looking, but she's dating a guy who's maybe making 50,000, that kind of causes conflict. Their lifestyles are
Yeah, I
different.
know.
You know,
I consult with these women all the time, and
right? So she,
here's the problem. Here's the
yeah,
problem. I get it, and there's no resolution to this problem. I
okay,
get it, and there's no resolution to it. You want to
okay.
hear the truth? I've had
What's
to
it?
tell 3 people this in the last 2 weeks. You
Okay.
waited too long. Your value's too high.
Mm,
You're going to die alone. People have
Wow.
paid me to tell them this. And I'm telling you, look, because when it came right down to it, these women who say, I really could not be okay with him. I'm making 300, he's making 50 because the mortgage, I'd have to pay
Right.
75 to 80% of the mortgage. All right. Well, if that's the case, I cannot make the world be more full of $400,000 or $500,000 men who would accept you. The men are what they are, and you waited too long. I'm going to do a broadcast next week talking about how feminism was tied into the woman's movement and how an editor for Cosmopolitan has had to finally come forward and admit that the things she did destroyed an entire generation of women by postponing marriage,
Wow.
by
Okay.
free sex. I
Yeah.
don't, and the problem is I feel sorry for women, sisters in particular, because you were lied to.
Yeah.
But we are where we are. And if
But
you got a $300,000 friend and
hmm
the average black man is earning $42,000
hmm
with no kids, I can't make more black men be up there with your friend. And if she wants a man who's up there with her, he's going to want what he wants regardless as to what she earns. And if
hmm
she does not look like what he wants or is going to have the mentality of the assets, just like she's not going to settle, he isn't either. And that's
Okay.
what hasn't been told to women. The
Okay.
men that they want are not going to settle for them.
Mm. And so what your recommendation would be, like, for my girlfriends in that category would be,
Buy a dog, die alone. What else can
or,
I say, man?
I
I
mean,
know I'm
or
supposed to say something happy right now. I know I'm supposed to say something jovial, but how old are we talking? 35, 40 plus?
yeah, they're in their 40s.
All right, ma'am. I can't make more $300,000 single available heterosexual men. I can't. And they can't go out and they can't date Bradley, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique. I mean, they can't. Those guys over there are not in mass and don't want them like that. And the women over there in those other races aren't going to let their high value men go without a fight.
Gotcha.
So this whole notion of black women going over to the white men and getting high value, you'll have sex with you, but you do not see high value men marrying out. We tend to get very, very race conscious the higher up we go. The
Right.
bottom line, man, is have you ever had spoiled milk? Have
No.
you ever drank some milk or put some milk on some cereal and it
Oh,
was spoiled?
yes.
You know what happens? Think about the last time you drank some spoiled milk. Then you get this sharp taste in your mouth and you kind of spit it out.
It was nasty. Absolutely.
Exactly. But the only way you knew it was spoiled is you tasted it. You can
Correct.
look at the date, but look, their opportunities have spoiled. And this is what they're doing. They're rejecting the opportunities. But the reality is, I can't make unspoiled milk. I can't reverse time.
I got you.
I'm not Doctor Strange. I'm not Thanos.
So
They
you're
waited too long.
looking to settle.
It's not settled because here's the thing. Let me go fill on the other side. Here's also what's not going to happen. They're not going to go get a man who is happy with who he is, and just because he does not earn what she earns, that she's going to sit around and beat the shit out of him because he's her second or third choice or better what she can get. See, what it really is, ma'am, is your friends need to line up their expectations with their sexual marketplace value, not their income or their education.
Okay.
And if they can do that, then they can honestly and really accept it. Then being average, they would be all right with an average man. Why is it that white women, Hispanic women, Asian women, Middle Eastern women can out earn their husbands and not feel like they're settling with a plumber or something like that? I have a woman on my channel who was a doctor of 4 children, 135 pounds, went to the Mayo Clinic, makes 4 or 5 times what her husband makes as a software engineer or something
hmm
like that.
Yeah.
And she's the breadwinner. But
Yeah.
black women, they'll beat, in general, our culture is that women will punish men for earning less.
Why?
So men are saying, I ain't gonna go let you abuse me because you couldn't get an attorney, a doctor, or whatever. I'd rather watch football and die alone myself.
Right. And I feel like a lot of other women down women saying, okay, well, you've worked hard, you've gone to school, you've gotten this level of education and this salary. So it's a form of settling, dating someone that's
Well, I'm
beneath.
telling you right now, women do that because that's a form of dirty macking.
Okay.
Because if they could get a hold of the dude they're telling you to get away from, I guarantee you they get on him because they don't want to die alone.
Okay.
Best I could do for. All right. But you
Thank
know
you.
what I'm saying? It's not easy to hear, but it's the truth.
I mean, I know it's true. I guess I'm just like, it's challenging for the women who, and I guess, you know, I have a daughter, like I said, and so it's funny. She hears some of this sometimes, and I'm
You
like,
say you have a daughter?
I do. I have a
Then what
16-year-old.
do you tell? And then that what
Oh,
I.
I'm switching it
That's
up
why I
for her.
said talk to the younger. See, here's the thing I would ask your friends.
Yeah.
Talk to the younger you. Talk to the current you, then talk to the future you. If they could talk to the younger them, they know they would tell them something different.
Oh, I would do it totally different if I could talk to the
There,
young. And
there
so
you
I
go.
told my daughter about it because I listened to the show yesterday, and I do feel like a lot of times people emphasize going to school, get an education, make money, but we don't focus on the other things. And so I look at my girlfriends who focused on getting their education, getting jobs, and then now they're in their 40s, never been married, no children.
Well,
And it's like it's late
that's
for them.
what made this video go viral. It was the dying alone part because it stung because a lot of these women realize that one, they have no relationship skills.
Sure.
So even if they did find a decent dude, they don't know how to be around a man other than in the bedroom.
True. That's true.
But here's the thing. For the women who were on the fence, my mother decided to put all this bullshit down and she settled. And
Mhm.
her settling was the best thing she ever did because she's lived better the last 24 years than the first 50. She
Wow.
married the most unlikely man I could have ever thought of, and she has never been happier. And I'm ecstatic for my mother because she picked the wrong guys all the time, include my dad.
Okay.
But we didn't own a home. We rented all the time. She got anyway. Shit. If my mama can win, but my mama got off that bull crap.
But at what age did she find this?
50.
So then there's still hope for my girlfriends in their 40s.
But her two sisters, one died alone and the other one's on the way.
So
And the cousins,
lie.
most of the women in my family died alone. So there's hope.
There's hope.
But here's the other thing. My mother was a beautiful woman, has always had men available. If you're an average looking woman and overweight, that wasn't my mama.
Okay.
So that's not make it seem there's the hope. There's hope. The best thing that you can do is either you're going to learn how to see. The problem is your friends don't sound like that they could sit across from a man who's not as educated, earning any money, and not be an absolute condescending witch to this
Yeah, that's
dude.
true. I had a girlfriend who specifically was like, they went out on a date. She went out on a date, and the guy, when they were ordering food, he was saying entries. He didn't know it was entrees. That I can't, just because he didn't know how to pronounce the word.
Trust me, I work with women like this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I've helped some of them get themselves together.
Okay.
And this is the kind of conversation that's needed.
Yeah.
Because the stuff your friends are valuing,
yeah,
don't give you an insulin shot or pick you or come help you get up off the toilet when your knee go out. So people get upset with me and think but I know of what I speak. I got to get on to some more folks.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Right then. She came in with the Barry White. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Ashley, do you have a disagreement? Nod your head. Okay. Who has a disagreement? Kendra? Can't get enough of your love, baby. What can I say? What am I gonna do? All right, here we go. Otasia, you up in this piece? Okay, if you don't have a disagreement, put your hand up. But if not, with some of the callers, no, we can't do that. Kendra, your audio is not connected. Fatine, unmute yourself. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your disagreement?
I just don't agree how you were just basically it's almost like putting a price tag on a woman, like considering women like when they get older that they don't have value, where you kind of contradicted yourself saying like just because a woman gets older, like she doesn't have as much value as she was in her 20s, even though like when a person gains more experience in life, that's when their value go up.
Oh, no. No. At work, maybe. But see, that's different.
And
Man.
sometimes
Hold on.
in real life too.
I'll let you talk. Don't overtalk me. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36 years old. All right. Real question. Do men have price tags on ours? Do we have price tags on us in your eyes?
I don't judge people.
No, ma'am. I don't want to
by
play this. I don't want to play this spiritual Gandhi shit.
It's not
In
a spiritual
general, do
Gandhi though.
men
Like it's
have
really
price tags on us?
no.
Really?
I
So
don't.
how?
In
So
my
what?
own
So, ma'am,
opinion,
listen. You're not gonna talk over me. I've said it once. I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna not do that. Unmute yourself. This can't go with you talking over me, ma'am. I'll let you speak.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but listen, because this is important. You're saying men don't have price tags on us. Here's something I want to ask you. Then where's this whole thing coming from? The 3 6s. I want a man that's 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, and 6 figures or more if men don't have price tags on us. And that has been around since I was a boy. Is that not a price tag?
Well, can I speak?
Yes. After you answer that question.
I think that's more of a personal preference than now a price
But
tag.
is it a price tag?
I don't think it's a price tag because like everybody has a different preference. Like
Okay,
I
ma'am.
might be attracted
Are
to
we gonna have a conversation? And okay, due respect, ma'am, I get it, but I have a conversation about the general. I don't have a conversation about all the nuances and all the different possibilities. That goes nowhere. That goes nowhere, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you go to college?
Of course, yeah.
I don't know. Of course, ma'am. I'm not trying to be rude, but Harvard costs more than state school, costs more than junior college. But history is history. Calculus is calculus. But there's a price tag on stuff because things have values. And whether you like it or not, human beings have values. You don't think so? Go check out the homeless people in your city and see the value that society puts on that man or that woman. We got to be in reality, ma'am. And in the sexual marketplace, you have a value. I have a value.
Well, I feel at my age right now, my value went up. So I could tell you that
Okay.
for sure.
Great,
Like,
great. Are you married?
No.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many?
I have 2.
2. Do you want to get married?
No, not right now.
Do you ever want to get married?
Maybe when I'm done with my son.
When you're done with your son. So so when your son is 40 years old, are you going to tell him to get an older woman because her value is more?
No, I'm not gonna wait.
Right, exactly. That's right.
40,
You sound
like,
crazy. You sound crazy.
No, I'm just
You
gonna wait
sound
3 more
crazy
years.
saying that your value went up the older you got. You sound crazy. Cam up. Don't tell me cam up.
Huh?
Cam up since you're so high. Show us your back. Come on, put it on the wood. Hell. Because I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we found the one human female whose value has increased as she's gotten older. The older and the more use, she has increased in value. We want to see this. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus presents Benjamin Button's sister, Betsy Buttons, the woman whose value increases the older she gets because she really gets younger as she ages. Come on out. Yes, you're valuable. You know what she's valuable? We should take her blood and make like an anti-zombie venom or some shit like this because she's got Shangri-La. The key to life flowing through her veins because of the power of sunshine and ponies. What the French toast are you talking about?
I look way better than I was 17, and then I look way better than I was 20.
Okay.
And
how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Dress size?
Right now I'm size 9.
Okay, and I guarantee you, when you were 14, you were in a size 9. You were what, about a 4, 6?
No, I
You
was
never.
like, I was maybe like, I was the same size as I am right now. I actually lost.
Okay, well, size 9 is a little big.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
feel.
a little big.
I,
Again, I'm the professional image consultant. This is not opinion. 5'9", 145 pounds top end.
I'm not
So
105 pounds.
Excuse me.
I'm not 145
I
pounds.
know. I know. See, ma'am, I'm doing this because what I'm showing is that I'm trying to be kind of humorous, but I'm also being serious. Ma'am, you're 36 years old, and no disrespect, but you're a middle-aged woman. You're
Okay.
middle age. You're getting okay. The average age of the female on this planet is roughly 78, if I'm not mistaken. So
Mhm.
middle age is 36. That would be 72, close to middle age. And the point I'm making is when when I was a boy, 36-year-old women were not this unrealistic. They were more serious, more mature. They dealt with real stuff. They weren't. We almost come across as like a goofy group of people because we're like the kids. Other groups of people had depressions and wars and polio. We haven't had any real problems. So we got 36-year-old, almost 40-year-old women talking like Disney shit is real. And you know it's ridiculous because if your great grandparents, they could be like, wait a minute, we actually had to worry about the flu of 1912, World War I, World War II, this policy, that policy. Now we're such a rich country where the rich people are skinny and the poor people are fat. And it allows first world thinking like you have. Like it or not, ma'am, there is a price tag on all of us. And the problem is generally you want your price to be higher than you're willing to work for.
That's not true though.
Okay. I'm not going to have a fucking philosophical
I
argument.
like I know myself. I know how I was when I was younger. I
Okay,
know
but you're not married and
now.
you're not married, not looking to get married. So really it doesn't even matter, ma'am. You're not on the
No,
market.
I'm not looking to get married because I'm more realistic.
All right. Let me get on to the next person. Get on to the next person. Just arguing for the sake of arguing. All right. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. First name, please.
Yeah, Liana.
What do you got for me? What's the disagreement?
Okay, I don't disagree with you at all, but I would like to talk because all these women, they come on your show and then
Okay. Hold on. I got to get to disagreements. Hold on, Liana. You come back though. Amelia, unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi, Amelia.
Okay, so
What's your
my dis-
first off? Let's before we get started. Let's be cordial. Hi.
Hi.
Your name is Amelia.
Yep,
Yep. How old are you?
I'm 22.
What is your 22-year-old disagreement?
So you were just saying that basically single mothers are not like high value, but that's where I disagree. I think
I
single
didn't say
mothers
that.
can be high
I didn't
value,
say that.
or at least they don't deserve a high value man, but I
I
think
didn't
some
say
of them
single
do.
mothers were not high value. I did not say that. If you're going to be, here's the thing, ma'am, you need to be precise when I'm careful about what I say. So why don't you tell me what you thought I said because I didn't say that.
Okay, so let's just talk about how single mothers do deserve high value men. I would say high value single mothers do, at least.
Okay.
It seems like you're talking about like a specific single mother, which is usually, from what I've been hearing so far, it's just like an average looking single mother who was not married when she had her children, has a low value baby father, and is looking for a high value man with no children. But I think if
What
she
percentage of the
was
women
like,
fall into the category you're about to describe?
huh?
What percentage of the women fall into the category you're about to describe? These high value single mothers. What percentage of women fall into that category?
I'm not sure.
Give me a ballpark.
30, 40?
30? Really? You think 30 or 40% of single mothers fall into the high value category? Great. That's amazing because only 10% of men fall into that category, whether they have kids or not. But all of a sudden, 30% of women who have children That's 3 times more high value single mothers than high value men. Amazing. New math.
Yeah, I don't know, but there are single
Yeah,
mothers who are
yeah.
high value.
Yeah. Do you know any?
Yeah,
You do. Are you in college or out of college?
I'm in college currently, my senior year.
What makes a woman high value?
I would say feminine, look good, like or if she just looks good in general. She has her head screwed on right. She's submissive. She knows how to treat a high value man. She's not like, of course, not showing off like her wealth or anything like that. Like even with me, like getting out of college and looking for a man, I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at my income or whatever. But yeah.
So that's what makes a high value woman.
What do you think?
Oh no! See, we're talking about you at this moment. I could go into what I've discussed, but I'll give you the highlights. She's attractive and appealing. She has a comforting character. She's discerning and disciplined. She's enthusiastic and exuberant. She's loyal and liberating. So all that stuff you were talking about, that's not what men really view as high value. What you basically described as a man who's feminine. You described her education and her income, and put in femininity. High value women are only high value in reference to men, because we are what picks women. See, at 22 years old, man, you got a lot. You just getting started, and one of the things I'm curious as to why some of you young ladies sound so hard, so angry, so. You should be very happy at this age.
I am happy.
You sound like it.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
exuberance in your voice. I can hear Tinkerbell and Snow White prancing through.
Well, I would say this is not a Tinkerbell prancing situation.
No, but you're not. But you're not a single mother, so it's really.
I'm not.
So it really shouldn't be affecting you. One,
it's not affecting me, but it's affecting people I know.
Yeah, like who? You know women who are high value at 22. Who do you know?
Obviously, no one my age.
Well, then,
but
there you go. All right. I don't have time to babysit nobody's kids. Melissa, you're going to have to come with better shit than this. You want to debate back and forth with me? I'm not going to argue with you with silliness. Melissa, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. An iPhone. I don't see anybody's name on iPhone. So, all righty then. We're going to have to wrap this up in just a second. iPhone. Lower your hand. Got to remove that. Take one more call. A couple more calls. See, what this comes down to, and a lot of times it becomes theory for a lot of women. And it's emotional logic based upon things that they're not living or experiencing themselves. Ultimately, it comes down to is many of my female detractors or people who don't agree with me, they just don't want women to feel bad. I don't want you to say things that are going to make women feel bad. I want you to say things that are going to always give women hope, regardless as to their situation. But I live in the real world. You try to give people realistic realism. You don't try to punch them, but you don't tell somebody with stage 4 pancreatic cancer that they should start planning for the future. That's not what happens. And like I was saying to that other woman, we have far too many women who are past the danger zone.
Danger zone!
Some, like her, in no man's land. 36 to 60 years old. Sounding just like teenage girls. I don't want to get married. I don't want this. I don't want that. I'm just going to flutter through life. I'm like, where are the serious women? And that's what I'm starting to notice, that far too many women today are either you lack balance. It's either your major emotion, or for the ones who are completely logic, all hard, all soft. And men are sitting here looking and saying, "My goodness, they want to pair. They want a woman." But this is why you're starting to hear men who are talking about going out of the country. Not something I support, but I'm not against that either. Ladies, at the end of the day, if you want a man, you're going to have to give him what he wants. The men are on the market. I think this show has shown that there needs to be a different kind of product. I have seen it happen. Like I said, in my Facebook group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's seven, now 8 couples. For y'all that didn't notice, let me give you some more. Don't leave yet. Let's do some more. I'm going to take another phone call because we need to hear this. You guys need to see what's possible. What is possible? What is possible is this. I said yes to an amazing man on New Year's Eve. He planned a romantic trip for us. He planned a romantic trip for us to Aruba and put a ring and to ring in the new year, but I didn't know it was going to be a proposal. Everything was so thoughtful. He booked us an exquisite private catamaran sunset boat cruise, and which brought us to a private area on the beach where he got down on one knee and popped the question. Thank you, Mr. Kevin Samuels, for all your work. Yes. Like it or not, yes. People are getting married on my side, getting engaged in under 6 months. There's 3 couples, 3 black couples on my side over here with all this harsh language and rhetoric and all this other kind of stuff because the men are over here. The men who can buy houses like Dennis Sterling, the men who can take you on a trip to Aruba like that brother, they're over here. What's over there with you telling you what you want to hear? Be thoughtful. Don't hurt this. Don't hurt that. He's harsh. He's toxic. He's this. Where are the men over there? Where are the single, eligible, available men who are in a position and ready to put a ring on it? Where are the men that are the catch? Like I'm looking for the men who are the prize. And the question is, how, for people who say he's not qualified, he's this, he's that. Well, apparently I am. If I'm not qualified, then why are you listening to these dating coaches and these people selling you books and courses who ain't produced shit in 5-10 years? If I'm not qualified and can get these kind of results, well, then what kind of qualifications do these people have who can't show you shit? Shots fired. That's right. Told you better leave me alone. Because at the end of the day, it comes right down to this. You get what you negotiate for, ladies. You get what you negotiate for. You get what you negotiate for. Now, after this show is over, I am premiering a video on my channel. You're going to want to make sure to watch it. Go to the bathroom real quick. Come back to watch it. I will be over at the premiere of that video. Thank you to everybody that called in. Oh, we got more people to call in. If you have a disagreement, raise your hand. I will take one more disagreement call. I will take one more disagreement call. If you have a disagreement, raise your hand. I will take one disagreement call. I don't know who Jazz is. I'm not talking to a dude. You're gonna have to show who you are. One more disagreement call. Okay. Look like she had one piece up there or something. What you got for me? Unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm gonna cover my face a bit.
That's okay.
Hi, I'm Jasmine.
How are you?
It's more of an understanding. I'm 18, so I don't really have these problems that older women will have. But as a girl, I think women and men just pay for things differently. Women pay with
no
their
offense, but
entire
if you don't have a disagreement, I got to get to the next call.
Okay.
I got to get to the next call. If you don't have a disagreement, appreciate it, but no, we got to get on to the get on. 7 Hill. Your hand is up, but your audio is not connected. And okay. Hello, and unmute yourself, Kendra. Hello.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes. Your first name is what?
Kendra.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
What do you got for me? What's the disagreement?
So the disagreement, it's not. I just want to clarify one thing, and that's on the term of what a single mother is.
Single mother. In this single mother generally
because
refers
I
to
guess
a woman.
like what I'm sorry to cut you off, and Happy New Year's, Mr. Samuels. You're wonderful. I guess what my whole question is just and I know you're a Christian man, but I guess maybe just regarding somebody who has lost a child and how she would be looked at in terms of a high value man.
Ma'am, I can't answer. Hold on. Are you asking me about a woman who's lost? I can't answer all these nuances. We're talking in general. I think it's unreasonable for everybody to keep coming and asking about individual test case. In general, we're talking about women who decide to make children outside the bonds of marriage. That's a baby mama. Call them single mothers. Single mothers usually refer to women who have been married, but trying to be politically correct sometimes instead of using baby mama all the time. But in general, if you decide to marry before you carry, you're a baby mama, single mother. If you got divorced, that's a different scenario. But a woman who lost a child, man, I can't. That's not even fair.
Yeah, I know this is definitely like far-fetched from.
Yeah, so I'm not going to deal with it. It's far-fetched. I'm not going to do far-fetched. Come on, man. I got to have a general conversation that makes sense to most people. You know, got to make sense to most people. All right, so here we go. That's it. The show has been good. It's been great. We're cooking Friday night. We're going to get in and have a lot going on too. Got to have another disagreement day. Man, I love things like that. We hit a new high today too. So people calling in. Show is good. Cooking with gas. Tune in for the video at 12:45. It will upload at 12:45. It'll premiere. I will be over there. You want to come check it out. Until the next time, peace. We are gone. I'm a PhD.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. No. It's not hard to fool me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah. Either way, I follow. No need to say. No. Where we are heading now, babe.
I'll premiere the video.
I follow to the edge of it all.
Follow your nose.
To the edge of it all. So tell your good lies. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies.
I'm a PhD.
So tell your good lies. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. It's not a problem. No. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into.
I'm a PhD.
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize.
She's a PhD.